Evan Dyer starts our coverage. So, Evan, you know, those leaders won't be on the same stage again before Election Day. What were they up against?
Well, the format here, Adrienne, was clearly designed to pit the 5 leaders against each other in a series of one-on-ones. But what happened really was that we saw Justin Trudeau become the main target of attacks. And some of those accusations became quite personal. Let's watch.
I do not believe that Mr. Trudeau is a real feminist. Thank you, Jane Philpott. Thank you, Jody Wilson-Raybould. Thank you, Selena Cesar-Chavez.
I think, Ms. Hall, you'll perhaps understand that I won't take lessons on caucus management from you.
And things also got personal between some of the other leaders when the debate turned to the issue of systemic discrimination.
I recognized the existence of systemic racism in June 2020. And then, what happened? It became a political tool against Quebec.
When I heard what Mr. Blanchette said, I invited Mr. Blanchette to get educated about systemic discrimination.
It's nice to want to educate me.
This is my time, sir.
It is.
Thank you.
So nice time to insult people.
That was not an insult. It was an invitation to educate yourself.
When the debate turned to China and the imprisonment of Michael Kovrig and Michael Spavor, the Liberal leader found himself fighting off charges of inaction.
Canada's voice has been absent, Mr. Trudeau. We have not worked with our allies on Huawei. We have not stood up for the 300,000 Canadians in Hong Kong. We've not fought for the 2 Michaels, and we have to get serious with China.
If you want to let the Michaels and get the Michaels home, you do not simply lob tomatoes across the Pacific.
Throwing tomatoes might not be the solution, but I would submit humbly that doing nothing might not be the solution either. The Mr. Trudeau's record on human rights is not perfect.
On climate, Justin Trudeau accused the Conservatives of having a weak plan and the NDP of having no plan. They accused him of having plans he failed to turn into reality.
The cost of inaction is an entire town of Lytton being wiped out by a climate forest fire. The cost of inaction is forest fires and flooding and heat waves that mean Canadians lose their lives. 6 years and he failed you, and it cost all of us.
We need to talk about science. We need to talk about experts.
Absolutely.
We agree on that, you and I both. So how is it that the experts that have rated our plan on climate to be an A have rated your plan to be an F?
Experts?
I rate your track record an F, Mr. Trudeau.
No.
So, Evan, the drama did not end with the debate. Tell us about that.
That's right, Adrienne. In fact, those flashes of anger we saw there between Yves-François Blanchet and Annemie Paul continued afterwards in the media scrums, where Yves-François Blanchet essentially said the debate had been a pile-on against Quebec with accusations that Quebec society was xenophobic and racist, and he accused the other leaders of sort of acquiescing in those accusations, particularly Justin Trudeau, who he pointed out had declared himself a proud Quebecer in last night's debate, but he said failed to come to the defense of Quebec in tonight's English language debate. But we also saw some comments from other leaders about the format of this debate, Justin Trudeau and Annemie Paul in particular suggesting that they hadn't been able to say everything they wanted to say.
All right. Evan Dyer in Ottawa. Thank you, Evan.
Thanks.